Greetings of love, everyone. Welcome back to class. We are the Ananda family. Welcome back to the Academy on this March 14th, 2026. We hope all is well with you and the peace, love, light, oneness, and truth that we send to you and we share with you as we are one. So today is going to be an eye-opening experience for all of you that I, meaning Michaela Martin, and my husband had. We're not going to share intimate details, but Father, Mother, Adonai, Creator, told my husband and I that we could share the overall message of what happened in time and space for us yesterday, provided by them. So again, this is our personal experience. Disclaimer, take what resonates and leave the rest, of course. But before we get into it, a lot of you have been messaging us asking, are we going to quote unquote sell the artwork that is on the videos, like the backgrounds that we made as a family for the teachings. When Father, Mother, Adonai says yes, then yes. We're still working out the kinks on that. But if you want Yeshua's classes, you can go to his Learn It Live platform, learnitlive.com/Ananda Family Official for all 19 of his classes, plus the one he did with Kimberly called Discerning Truth from Within, if you're interested in that as well, on her Learn It Live platform. Some of you, not all of you, but some of you have even said your Rumble account is having issues. When you go to rumble.com and go to follow Yeshua and our Ananda family, the videos don't play all the way through. But only one person has come forward with that. So if you guys are having problems with your Rumble account or playing the video on playback or something happening with the video, please comment and let us know, because everything is fine on our end. So it must be a Rumble thing or a technology thing. So please be aware of that. But every teaching that we publish on Rumble and on YouTube is going to be the same, except with a few differences. And the ones that we cannot share on YouTube will be on Rumble. But we'll make an announcement before then. We'll do a little video to say go to Rumble if you're missing any teachings. Older teachings, newer teachings, go to Rumble as well. Rumble.com/Ananda Family Official to find out more. The reason why we have gone to Rumble is because YouTube and other platforms are run by negative beings of darkness. And in case we get shut down as the Ananda family on Rumble, or on YouTube rather, you will have us still do teaching on Rumble, if that makes sense. And we are not on social media unless given a specific teaching or experience that might help you guys, because I, meaning Michaela Martin, really need to focus on myself, my husband, and my children, and helping the collective. And with all the intense energy, we really need to stand together in divine love and light and oneness instead of tearing each other down. We need to lift each other up. So today, we're going to talk about something that happened for my husband and myself in time and space of yesterday, March 13th, 2026, with the help of someone that we trust and love very deeply, and is a member of this family. And before you message us and say, what happened? What's going on? Personal details will not be exposed, just the overall message of it. So please do not ask for any personal details because they will not be given. The personal details were for my husband and myself and no one else. Having said this experience that we have had with one of our sisters was the most truthful, honest, beautiful experience ever. So therefore, this morning, Father, Mother, Adonai, Prime Source Creator, I Am, told us that we could share our personal experience with you, not details, but the experience with all of you, as it may help all of you, students of the Ananda family, understand you're not alone, all in the power of love, we're all one, we're all equal, and so much more. So that loves is what we're going to talk about today. A little lighthearted subject. Because my favorite subject is love. Not fear, duality, and negative energy, but love. Father, Mother, Adonai, my husband, my children, my Ananda family, those are my favorite subjects. And whatever Father, Mother, Adonai tells us to teach, it's what we teach. As divine messengers of God. All of you, beautiful brothers and sisters of the collective and students of the Ananda family, are part of the messengers of God. As Yeshua himself said, through your words, actions, and deeds. What you speak, so therefore do you think. And what you think, you manifest. If that makes sense. So therefore today, we're going to talk a little bit about what happened in time and space, because everything happens for a reason. And my husband and I have been let's just say going through some trials and tribulations and challenging things in our personal life, together and separately, with work and the environment and everything that we're not going to divulge because it's our personal life and our marriage. But everything happens for a reason, and Father, Mother told us that some of this we could share with all of you. Yesterday in time and space, our family, the Ananda family, had set up a meeting between us and one of our sisters, whom we love dearly and grateful for. And everything that she said, if not the majority of it, was 100% accurate about us, about what we're dealing with as a couple, as individuals, and much more. But one of the overall messages that came out for us could be used for you, the collective. And that is the power of love conquers all things, as Yeshua himself said. And so today, in time and space, I asked my husband to create a beautiful picture or visualization for you that we are going to pull up for you right now that he designed. So thank you to my husband, honey, I love you, for designing this beautiful photograph for you guys to look at while we're talking about this. It says, "The power of love, the most beautiful experience." And we want to say thank you to our beautiful sister. You know who you are. Not going to mention no names because of certain things and your privacy and everything else too, but you know who you are. You are the real deal, as they say. And one of the things that we talked about in this session with our sister was the power of love can overcome all things. And learning to find a balance between perception of others that they perceive myself and my husband to be versus who we actually are. And the same thing that goes for all of you guys. What others perceive of you is not who you guys are. You are unconditional love. Prime Source Creator. Fractals of Prime Source Creator in form, whether in your divine masculine or feminine. The universe is always there to love, guide, and support all of you, as they are with us. Amidst the chaos and challenges and perceptions of man, as Yeshua himself has said. Therefore, when we went into this experience with our sister, we had no expectations. We just let Father, Mother, Adonai guide it, and with our Ananda family guide it, with our highest, greatest good in mind, and only truth be given. Each soul is different in the fact of their mission. We're all equal, we're all one, we're all divine love, aspects of Father, Mother, God, Creator, Adonai. The only thing that is different is the mission and the perception. How you perceive yourself, how others perceive of you and project on you, how love can always be there to lift you up, because love always wins. And one thing that our sister said to us was, no matter what happens, the universe will always be there to lift you up. In every single situation that you're in, focus on love. You're on the right path. But as she got further into my husband's stuff going on with him, she hit it right on the nail. Without me even saying a word of anything that we had talked about nights prior to this meeting, she hit it right on the nail. And that's when you know they're the real deal. When they can just tell you everything that you said to them and vice versa without you even mentioning a word. And when you can feel it within your I am self, your God Goddess power, with your own discernment and trust in yourself, that is when you know. But the one thing, the biggest lesson for my husband was to never back down in love. Never back down in happiness. Always stand firm for what we believe in as a couple and as you guys, the collective. We're telling you the same thing. Never back down from love, as love is what you are fighting for. your understanding, your power, your divine sovereignty. That is your mission. The way home is love, but how you get home to love is your perception, your filter, your beliefs, programming, etc. Doing away with all that and becoming purely unconditional love. For many, many years, people have said to me, meaning Michaela Martin, that I was making things up as I went because of their perception of what they thought I was supposed to be or who I was supposed to be. And they did not believe in the truth that I was speaking. And that's okay, because our truth is our truth and your truth is your truth. Your truth might be different from ours. We're not trying to say otherwise. But there is only one truth in reality, and that is love. That's where we're all from, and to love we shall return. But this has been a very challenging time for all of you in the collective. As we know, as the Ananda family, we have worked tirelessly behind the scenes to take down dark ones and give beautiful Mother Tara love, energy, and restore everything to her in perfect divine time. But with the help of our sister, we received so much clarity and so much appreciation and so much love for who we are as one soul. As my husband and I are twin flames, one soul, cut from the same cloth, as they say. If you want to know the difference between twin flames and soulmates and yada yada yada, you can go to Yeshua's class on Twin Flames 101 as well, on his Learn It Live platform. But the overall lesson of this experience with our beautiful sister, whom we are grateful for, was to never give up. Always keep fighting for love. Remain in the heart rather than the head. Focus on what is very important to you, whether it's your animals, your children, yourself, your inner God, goddess power, your strength, your ability, your conquering perception of duality over love. Because love conquers all things. And in this process, there are some people that come into your life for a meaningful, purposeful reason. To teach you a lesson of boundaries, of your own strength, and your own power to say no, and your own power to say enough is enough. And your own voice can be heard again. And that is what is happening for many of the divine feminine frequency upon beautiful Mother Tara, is the divine feminine energy to finding their voice. And with this experience last night in time and space with our beautiful sister, one of many, because all of you beautiful divine beings of perfect divine creation are equal to us and our sisters as well. We love all of you. We are all one with you. We're all brother and sister equally, as we all come from Father, Mother, Adonai, Prime Source Creator. There's no difference between you and ourselves. But it's about finding the balance between the perception of man, as Yeshua would say, and the reality of love. That is Father, Mother, God. Yes, it is not about your fears, as fears are swords. Fears are anything that is not serving you. Your doubts, your struggles, your strife, your egos, your beliefs, program. That's your sword. And getting rid of the sword and just cutting through the world of illusion and focusing on love within yourself so that you can give it to others, as we have as the Ananda family, strengthens you, not to weaken you, but strengthen you. And there are people that are going to try to bring you down in your life, like they have with my husband and myself. But that's okay, because we still send them love anyway. And there's no hard feelings in this family because we only believe in love. We only perceive of love. We all have been, in some form or another, physically embodied at times. And the reason why my husband and I agreed to come back here in the feminine form and masculine form as who we are as souls is not who we really are. We are just like all of you. We're equal to you. We're angels, but we're all part of Father, Mother, God, Adonai, Creator. We want the best for all of you. Whether it be physical, mental, spiritual, intellectual, whatever. We all want the best for you. But the reason why my husband and I chose to come back here over and over again on beautiful Mother Tara was to exemplify that love to you and for her. But this will be, shocker, this will be our last incarnation on Mother Tara. Once this incarnation's over, we're done. We're not coming back here ever again. We only came back here as the Ananda family. Myself, Kimberly, Sarah, Stellar, and others of the Ananda family that are physical form. We only came back here to assist in the ascension process. The ascension will happen when everyone stops being in fear and being in love instead of fear. Because when you're projecting fear, you're intensifying the waiting period. You're intensifying your perceptions of darkness, chaos, and destruction. So therefore, we as the Ananda family have stepped aside from, or the majority of us in the Ananda family have stepped aside from third density duality perception. Especially my husband and myself have stepped aside from the third density duality perception and focused inward on love, on peace, on oneness, on truth and unity, finding a way to maintain a balance between us, helping the collective, and doing what we need to do for those that we love. And that is why we are not on social media unless given permission by Father, Mother, Adonai, Prime Source Creator, to share a teaching with all of you with a meaningful lesson behind it, or a powerful lesson behind it, like this one was for my husband and I, which the overall message of this is never give up. Never give up on love. Never give up on faith. As Yeshua himself always said, and always still says to this day, have a little faith. And faith is trust. Trust in your I am presence. Trust in your guide's guide, in your goddess power. Trust in all things that will get you through in perfect divine time. Rather than, oh my God, nothing's happening, freaking out. Because when you're freaking out, you're intensifying the negative energy. In times like your meditation, prayer, and grounding, and things like that, there will be others in your environment that may scoff or may disapprove of what your truth is. But stand firm in your truth. Love yourself first so that you can give it to others. In your words, actions, and deeds, as Yeshua himself said. Because the change begins within you. And that is something that we want all of you to take away from this beautiful teaching. It was not only an experience for us, a very deeply beautiful and emotional one at that, but it was also a very powerful lesson from Father and Mother Adonai and our Ananda family to this whole experience that my husband and I have been going through, and was brought up yesterday in time and space through a beautiful message from our family to us from our beautiful sister, whom we're not going to mention. Was done so that we could teach it to all of you. How you're never alone, how your Goddess power is within you, how there's no separation, how no matter what anyone's going through, there is always a way. Love always finds a way. And that was my biggest thing I had told my husband. Love always finds a way. And love always does. Have trust in love. It may be in a pet, or it may be in a friend, or it may be in your partner. It may be in nature. It may be doing something that you love to do. Find love in all things. Find the good in all people. Everyone goes, well, Michaela, not all people are good. Yes, we understand this. But the soul starts out being good. So you have to, because the soul always comes from a Father, Mother, God, Creator, Adonai, in its original purest form, untainted by perception, belief, programming. It's only by the actions of the creative consciousness, as Yeshua himself said, that clouds everything and makes it choose between fear and love. Because of its programming, of its upbringing, of whatever it chooses to experience. Not all souls are good and not all souls are bad. But you have to find the good in all things. Instead of going, my life sucks, or so-and-so did this, or so-and-so. Because if you dwell upon the sucky thing in life, more so than the good, positive polarity of life, the fact that you're breathing, the fact that you're here as a temporary teaching, learning lesson for your brothers and sisters in the collective, you're not going to get nowhere. You're just going to go in a tailspin. And that's what my husband and I are here doing for you in our many various forms that we had on this planet. Because this is not our first rodeo, although it will be our last. But the one thing that we will always fight for as the Ananda family is love. And in love, you never want to forget about yourself, others, Father, Mother, Adonai within you, your spouse or significant other, whoever it may be. Again, no judgment here, because we do not judge in this family, nor point fingers. But it is not just about you. You have to find a balance when you are living your perception of life. Know that all things are done for you to grow and evolve, rather than to you to be the one who suffers, the one who has been put through hell. Because I, meaning Michaela Martin, and my husband, like to look at it as this is just a temporary teaching, learning lesson that we can teach the collective, that we can uplift the collective. In each beautiful lesson and experience that we have, nothing is set in stone. All things are changeable, unless it's part of your soul contract and you do away with some stuff. But that's your soul's part to do. Because there's a teaching lesson in your soul's plan that is a little different. But the biggest lesson and experience of this beautiful experience with our sister is, for us, focusing on each other, focusing on self-love, focusing on self-worth, standing in our power, together and separately, standing in our truth, enjoying what we have rather than what we don't, focusing on the positive, not making time for fear, illusion, man's perception, whatever you want to call it, because we don't have time for that. We are helping the collective. We are helping all of you, those that are ready and willing to receive truth. That is the power of love. That is I am, leading you guys back to the only reality that is love. Father, Mother, Adonai, Prime Source Creator. Love is the way home. Love always finds a way back to itself. And that is the main lesson of this beautiful experience that we had with our beautiful sister. Is to never give up when others try to speak otherwise. Accept that it's their projection and perception. Wish them love and let them move on, with no hard feelings attached. Sever the cords of what no longer serves you and move from pain and fear into love. As love conquers all. So thank you, Father, Mother, Adonai, for that experience that my husband and I had last night with our beautiful sister and with you as well. So now we're going to show you guys what we have started working on with Father, Mother, Adonai's permission and their help and their green light to do. And that is the photographs that we use, that we design as the Ananda family for these beautiful teachings of Father, Mother, Adonai's and Yeshua's and everyone in the Ananda family. We are now putting sayings attached to them. For example, and we are live, so what you're seeing is what you're seeing. We are going to show you this is the saying that Father, Mother, Adonai had said to all of you the other day. And then again it says, it's not about worshiping the teacher, but rather about becoming the teacher. And this and a bunch of other ones we will be publishing on Yeshua's website, ChristPhoenixWrestlingAcademy.com, at a later date. But there you can find books, artwork, the Wounded Healer program, which Father Mother Adonai has started with the help of Yeshua and my husband and myself and the rest of our Ananda family to assist the wounded healers of this planet. The healers of the healers, if you will, to guide them with love and clarity and understanding of their mission, purpose, love, and truth. Not to do the work for them, but how to integrate their power and integrate what's already within them and stand in their truth and know they're not alone. So therefore, if you feel like you are a wounded healer and you need guidance from Yeshua or Father Mother Adonai or myself, Medium Michaela Martin, we can assist you. If you go to Yeshua's website, ChristPhoenixWrestlingAcademy.com, under the official services section, you'll find out more. But these are one of the things that we will be publishing on Yeshua's platform, ChristPhoenixWrestlingAcademy.com. For those of you that are asking, you can use it on a t-shirt or bag, whatever you want to print the image on. Once you purchase it, we send it directly to your email per your request. Then you can purchase it and you can print it on bags, t-shirts, whatever. It is yours to keep. Yours to do whatever you choose. But these little sayings from Father Mother Adonai and Yeshua and our Ananda family are meant to uplift you, inspire you, help you with healing and peace and understanding in your meditation and prayer and deep contemplation, as Yeshua himself said. And they're all going to be basically the same size, which, let's see, this size is I believe 15 by 36 for this one. And once you email us your PayPal stuff or you email us your notes on your PayPal thing, then we will send it to you and you're free to print it on whatever you wish. And all these photos of the Ananda family and other artworks will be 11 per Yeshua's request. Now, having said this, we cannot tell you what to do with the information given that arises within you, within your session or wherever you wish, only to take what resonates and leave the rest. And remember, the biggest lesson of today that we are teaching you is love is always the key. You're never alone. Love always finds a way through the back door of man's misperception of duality. When you're in fear, remember, as Yeshua said years ago, stop what you're doing, stop what you're feeling, stop what you're thinking, stop what you're perceiving, breathe in love, and let go of fear. Stop, breathe, and love. Let love guide you, as love always leads the way. So we wish to thank all of you, students of the Ananda family, that have been with us on this journey, and for allowing us, as the Ananda family, to be with you in your journey, to assist, guide, help, and heal Mother Tara and her inhabitants. At this time, we are going through intense upgrades and intense energies as a collective, as a creative consciousness. But remember, the overall message of this is never back down from love. Arise in love, not fear. Do not fear, do not fear, do not fear. You are stronger than you've been given credit for. It is that simple. We are the Ananda family, your beloved brothers and sisters of light divine. We are as you are, unconditional love. That is, I am. We bid you greetings of peace, love, and oneness. That is, I am. Call upon one spirit guides, ascended masters, teachers, and loved ones, angels and archangels of one's family, to guide, love, and support all of you, as everything is for a purposeful, meaningful reason. Nothing goes unvain. You are not alone, beloved brothers and sisters of light. I am is with you always. That is, Father, Mother, God, Creator, who made one's Holy Spirit of divine love. For that is what you are. And so it is. And so indeed it is.